has struggled in a school because he's being discriminated, bullied, or has an accent like me, or has a different family structure from the formal one, or has a learning disability or physical disability. Well, the implementation of multicultural education in the United States schools is an ongoing process right now. But technically, research's findings show that the early children learn about multicultural education, the better will be for them in the future to become better citizens and better human beings, to be more tolerant and respectful. So let me introduce you to EDdiversity.
Hi, I'm Julie, and the problem that EDdiversity is going to solve is the issue of acceptance and awareness in classrooms. As of now, 6 million students are covered under the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, and or IDEA, and by 2020 it's projected that 39% of students will be from minority cultures, and that number is just going to continue to rise. And right now there are inclusive classrooms, but they don't actually include students with diversity and disability. They're not included in the classroom process. And in Lowell schools, there's $15,000 spent per student per year. But students are bullied and ostracized when they're from different cultures and when they have disabilities. So this $15,000 a year is being wasted because they're not learning in a good environment. So EDdiversity will teach students to accept everybody and to partner with students with disabilities and partner with students with different diversity and become more aware of these issues.
Hi, I'm Amy, and I want to talk more about what EDdiversity is. EDdiversity is a free app for iPod and iPad. It has interactive stories in which students are the main character, and they go through various lessons on why it's important to interact, to be aware, to accept students with disabilities and different cultural backgrounds. In each of the stories, they'll have different options to choose from. For example, this is a story about a student being able to choose their partner. So the teacher says, okay class, it is time to pick your partners. So Marianne, the student, has a few students to choose from. So she can either pick a student with autism spectrum disorders, which is rewarded with 1 point, or she can pick a student who's already her friend, which is not reinforced with any points. Or she can pick a student who just moved here to the United States from Colombia and is having difficulties learning English, which is rewarded by 1 point. So each of the options that she chooses will go through different storylines and different lessons on why it's important to interact with students with disabilities and different cultural backgrounds. And she'll go through a longer lesson if she picks the option of a student who is her friend. After students obtain so many points, they can exchange these points for prizes that are donated from companies like Amazon or Barnes & Noble.
And hi, I'm Greg. So we all want to have more tolerant schools, but the problem doesn't start in the schools. It's within the children, individuals, their families, what they've learned as a child. So we create more tolerant individuals, and that's what we offer. So what we need from you to make all this possible is the funding to begin the creation of this application. And with the money, we'll also be able to partner with corporations like Amazon, Barnes & Noble, who can provide the prizes that are going to reinforce good student behavior. And the testing doesn't stop at just beta testing. The testing makes sure it all works properly on the iPads and the iPads. We have to test it in a rigorous process to identify the advantages and the disadvantages to ensure that our schools and our children are getting only the best product available to them. Thank you.